y'all, I work a 9 to 5, okay? I'm at work Monday through Friday. That's basically 40 hours out of my life. But people make excuses as to why they can't work on themselves outside of work. The way the 9 to 5 gets you is it gets you so tired to the point where you don't even want to do nothing after work. And yes, I am guilty of doing this. Trust me, because like after you had a long day, you just don't want to do nothing. But that is literally how the 9 to 5 gets you. So please work on yourself. Whether you want to work out, go out, enjoy nature, just go do it. Whether it's before work or after work, because I promise you, you're going to feel even more burned out going into work when you're not doing nothing outside of it. I'm going to let y'all in on a little secret. That's how they want us to live. So don't say I didn't tell y'all.
Yeah, that was funny. But let me share with you a story about exactly how I feel about a 9 to 5 because my whole mentality has changed. Now I'm not here to bash 9 to 5s. I love 9 to 5s in the sense of helps pay the bills. That's just the thing I need to do right now in order to survive and pay the bills. So I have no hatred towards it because I know how to treat a 9 to 5 the way a 9 to 5 should be treated. But my whole perspective changed a few years back when I'm always working hard, trying to grind, trying to move up the corporate ladder. And there was someone at my job that unfortunately passed away. Now it's a big shock because I never had anyone at my job pass away. So it was a real shock. But this guy worked so hard. I mean, he stayed late, came early. He actually lived, I believe it was like 2 hours away from the office. And he grinded so hard to the point where I think that's probably why he passed away, to be very honest with you. But what hit me was the fact of it wasn't simply how hard he worked and then he passed away, but it was the fact of as soon as he went back to work, people were just like, if I was a little somber for a little bit, then it was like, all right, who's gonna cover his shift? Who's gonna do the emails? They just moved on, and it was a weird feeling. Right? It was a weird feeling to just be like, someone who you just spoke to and had a conversation with, that now he's just gone, and it's just like everyone's just moving on, right? There was no like grieving, nothing. It was just moving on, and it made me realize, and it should make a lot of people realize, which is, a 9 to 5 man, they're only there to just grind, get as much as they can from you, and that's it, right? And it's nothing personal. The problem is that we make it personal, right? We make it feel like our job should give us this and that, but it's nothing personal. It's just business, right? We go there to do what we need to do to get paid, and that's about it. It's simple as that. And that's why my whole mentality had changed in 9 to 5. I've always gone to the gym and worked out. And there was times, guys, I used to go to the gym during lunch. Or at work when I did not go to the gym, I used to eat outside of the building. I know people love eating in the building, and hell no, I gotta get outside of the building because I cannot feel like I'm so attached to this place. I have to have like moments in the days where I get up and just get out the building and just walk and clear my head because I need to work on myself more than just being trapped in at the work office. Like being at work shouldn't feel like a prison sentence. And for so many people, they give their job their all in a return for what? A few extra dollars here and there. But now you have no life outside of work whatsoever. You have no life at all. People saying, I have no time to go to the gym. I have no time to socialize with friends. I can't call my parents. They can't go to see their kids, if they have kids, to go to their events. And the weekends are so drained, so tired, they don't want to do anything. Or even worse, they're trying to do everything in the weekend, jam-packed. They're not resting, they're doing nothing. And then they're going back to work on Monday, rinse and repeat. Right? You only have 4,000 weeks within your life if you think about it, right? If from the day you're born until you're 80, you only have around 4,000 weeks. That's it. And to know you're giving up already, 1/3 of your day to a job, and then that job is draining you to a point where it's taking up the rest of your 1/3 of the day, and then the other 1/3 of the days where you're just sleeping. That's not living, right? That's why, like I like what she said. You really need to highly prioritize your life. You need to go to the gym. You just need to recognize a job's a job. You need to just eat healthy. If you want to start your side hustle, start your side hustle. Give all your energy to stuff that means a whole lot more to you. That's more important in life, which is your family, your kids, your business, your creativity, whatever it is that you want to do outside of work, right? That doesn't mean you go to work and you slack. No, you go to work, you do the best that you can, but don't give them so much. You already know what your raise is going to be next year. It's not going to be more than 2%. It feels like that number is fixed, right? As soon as you get that, oh, you're getting this raise, you already know this is the same raise I got last year. So you already know you're working so hard to try to get more, and it's not going to happen. You are going to get the same damn amount that you've been getting for the past few years. So why are you gonna break your back? Why are you gonna sacrifice so much for a company that in the end, when you die, they're just going to move on and just pass out, whatever it is that you were doing, and that's it. It's as simple as that. That's why I don't believe in that whole like people going to work talking about work wife and socializing and work wife this. Come on, man, that's too much of a commitment at work. You're giving up too much. You're giving way too much into your job, too much of your personal life to your job. Well, they're just gonna just rob it from you, man. Because if you're willing to go in early, stay late, and work through lunches and do all that, they're gonna take advantage of it. They're gonna allow it. And if you think that is your way to move up, then you wouldn't want to work somewhere like that, right? You want to work somewhere that appreciates what you do when you're there. And if you're just like me, when it's 5 o'clock, I leave and go home. If I can't get my promotion or my raise based upon me going in at 9 and leaving at 5, then I don't know what to tell you, right? This is what it is. Because when I'm in those hours, man, I'm really efficient. I work hard. I do all the things I could do, but I always have a limit. I always keep some in the tank. And that some in the tank is when I come home to spend time doing YouTube videos, to spend time, I always go to the gym every damn day after work. Go to the gym, spend time with my family. Books, always read a few pages at night before I go to bed. I meditate. I do a whole bunch of things in order to keep my sanity, because my main thing and my main goal is to make sure I'm not giving my all to a job that's not going to give me what I expect or what I want out of life. It's not. So for anyone out there that's working 9 to 5, man, please just work on yourself. Do not allow these companies to just stress you out to the point where you're just having nervous breakdowns. And then when you actually do leave work, you drinking and doing everything to just try to clear your head because you're just so stressed out. It is not worth it, man. If you have a job that's doing that, just go ahead and leave and go somewhere else if you can. I know right now things right now in the economy is really tough. I get it. But there's no reason for you to just give up your sanity to a job that really, guys, when you die, is still going to be there. And it's probably been generations and generations of people who just working there decades and decades. And it's always going to continue moving with you or without you. So, guys, drop a comment down below. Let me know, how do you handle the 9 to 5 grind? Right? Do you make some time for yourself, or you're the type of person that feels like, nah, you have to just work, grind, push, and that's the only way to succeed? Drop a comment down below, guys, and try to respond to as many as I can. At the same time, hit the like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Catch you guys in my next video. Peace.